Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News. In case you missed them, during the week I did a video about the Hyundai Inster and also a video about yet another Kia EV6 Ioniq 5 and 6 and Genesis GV60 ICCU recall. Since I did that video, more information has emerged. The recall for EV6 Ioniq 5 and 6 and GV60 has now appeared on the NHTSA website. I've read through the chronology documents on both Kia and Hyundai, and the main reason for the new update is that the ICCUs are still blown despite the update. The chronology gives no detail about what has changed in the update. Some US drivers have reported that new software update is already available and has been applied to some cars already, so the update is on Kia dealer systems in the US. This means that you can book your car in now even before the recall letter comes out. I checked with my local service department for Kia for my EV6 and they said it's not available yet in the UK. This is not surprising because history has shown that the EU and UK are around 3 months behind the US recalls when they become available. What I can tell from looking through the US NHTSA complaints database for the EV6 is that the rate of complaints after the last update has slowed right down, so the previous update may have done something right. I will put links to the NHTSA recall for Kia, Hyundai and Genesis in the show notes. Fingers crossed this time that this latest update fixes the problem. Pretty sure everyone is pretty fed up of taking their car back to the dealers for this. If anyone in the rest of the world has received the new update, can you please let me know in the comments? For any new Kia EV3 owners out there wondering if this recall will come to them, I very much doubt it. I ran Car Scanner and did an ECU dump during my EV3 test drive last week, and I can confirm that it's a completely different part number. The EV6 part number is 364011XFB0 versus the EV3 part number, which is 364150EAA0. During the week, I also did a deep dive video on the new Hyundai and Kia EV launches at the LA Auto Show. Now for some Kia EV3 news. During the week, a few more Kia how-to videos were released for the Kia EV3. The first one is how to actually use the Kia EV3 digital key. The one from last week was how to delete keys. The second one was how to use the controls of the sunroof and also how to reset the sunroof in case of a problem. The third one discusses the situations where the regen braking level cannot be changed. And the fourth one is about how regen braking enhances energy economy and how to adjust level with the paddle shifters. A joint video also came out from Irish YouTubers Nobby Nevo comparing the EV3 Air and GT line trims, which some may also find useful. During the week, Electric did a story where you can watch Kia's new EV4 hatchback carve up the Nurburgring nearly on 2 wheels. I will put a direct link in the show notes. A Korean car blog reports that the Korean Western spec Kia EV5 has been spied for the very first time. It says our colleagues at Healy TV captured for the first time the Korean Western prototype of the Kia EV5 slated for mass production in the third quarter of 2024. This semi-mid-sized electric SUV will be made in Korea for the local market as well as for the European and other overseas markets. I think that if this is being produced in Korea, then the price is going to end up being much higher than the Chinese-made LFP battery ones that Australia currently has access to, which is a great shame. Inside EVs reports that the 2025 Kia EV6 GT is to get Ioniq 5 N-style virtual gear shift. This has already been a long-rumoured thing by the Korean car blog. Inside EVs says it hasn't been fully revealed yet, but the following details were revealed at the LA Auto Show launch. The EV6 GT now packs 601 horsepower, which is up from 576 horsepower before, or up to 641 horsepower with overboost. I first came across this boost function in the Genesis GV60 a while back, or the GV60 Sport that is. Unlike the rest of the EV6 line, the GT will be still made in South Korea, not Kia's Georgia factory, so it won't qualify for the US EV tax credits, if they still exist, at purchase. Pricing has not been released yet, nor have official photos. Carscoops reports that Hyundai and General Motors reportedly are teaming up to build trucks. A pickup truck could be the first fruit from a team up between General Motors and Hyundai, but don't count on seeing it in American roads anytime soon. The two automakers signed a non-binding agreement to explore collaboration opportunities in September, including developing new vehicles together, but stopped short of detailing what these vehicles might be. But now Korean media say that the first product from the joint operation could be a truck for the Latin American market. Reports claim GM and Hyundai, the group rather than the brand, plan to jointly develop multiple trucks to cash in on a booming market. GM is already a big player, but Hyundai is keen to increase its slice of the pie. However, rather than joining forces to create a series of new trucks from scratch, the report suggests the two automakers will leverage their existing assets and are looking at a badge engineering program. The result could be GM selling smaller Hyundai trucks with its logos on the hood, and Hyundai hawking GM's big trucks under its own name. Korea Herald reports that Kia has scaled back on production of the EV9 in the US amid tight anti-IRA rules. Hyundai Motor Group affiliate Kia is reportedly scaling back US production of its ambitious EV9 due to stricter Inflation Reduction Act regulations. According to industry sources, Sunday, Hyundai Motor Group's manufacturing facility in Georgia produced only 21 EV9s in the third quarter, and only one was sold in the US. Given that the EV9's monthly sales volume is approximately 1,800 units, the US production constraints are impacting the sales of EV9. Most EV9s sold in the US are imported from Kia's auto plant in Korea. Kia's hesitation to boost EV9 sales comes after more stringent Inflation Reduction Act rules, which now ban batteries produced or assembled by a foreign entity of concern. From 2025, EVs should also avoid battery materials sourced from FEOC countries to receive the full $7,500 subsidy. The EV9 is equipped with battery cells from Korean supplier SK On, manufactured in China, a country designated as FEOC. As a result, the EV9 only qualifies for half of the IRA tax credit. The EV9 is ineligible to benefit from the full IRA benefits due to the battery issue, along with other factors including price, said a Kia official. EV9 prices start at $56,395, with the GT lineup estimated to cost around $80,000. The IRA provides incentives for SUVs and pickup trucks priced under $80,000. To accelerate IRA-compliant electric car sales, Hyundai Motor Group and SK On are constructing a battery cell manufacturing plant in Georgia, projected to have 35 gigawatt-hours of annual capacity, sufficient for over 500,000 EVs. Hyundai Motor Group is also setting up a joint venture for a 30 gigawatt-hour capacity with LG Energy Solution in Georgia. Despite these production adjustments, reports suggest President-elect Donald Trump's transition team is considering scrapping the EV tax credit. It might be challenging for the Trump admin to repeal the IRA completely. However, reducing the EV subsidy could effectively end benefits for foreign automakers with US facilities. In such a scenario, Kia may need to offer additional incentives to its local dealers to boost sales, commented Kim Pil-soo, a car engineering professor at Daelim University in Korea. Korea Herald reports that Hyundai Motor's Genesis US push is challenged by Trump's tariff hike. The US sales expansion of luxury brand Genesis may force setbacks with President-elect Donald Trump's proposed tariff hikes, according to industry sources on Friday. The incoming Trump administration is set to begin its term on January 20th next year. Reportedly plans to implement up to 20% tariffs on most goods from other countries in line with its campaign pledges. Currently, Genesis exports most of its vehicles manufactured in Korea to the US. Hyundai Motor's car manufacturing plant in Alabama only produces an all-electric version of the GV70 SUV. The proposed tariffs could result in price increases for these high-end vehicles, potentially weakening their competitive pricing in the all-important market. This situation suggests that Genesis might need to start producing other lineups within the US. During the LA Auto Show, which began Friday, the automaker said it secured additional sales locations in Washington, Minnesota, New York, and Florida, bringing its US-based sites to a total of 60. However, the company did not disclose strategies for boosting its US production volume. Hyundai Motor declined to comment, citing the sensitivity of the matter, but stated it is working to produce other Genesis models at its newly built plant in the state of Georgia. Nevertheless, industry watchers say it could be challenging to transfer the current Genesis production volume from Hyundai's Ulsan plant in Korea to the US due to possible backlash from domestic labor unions. According to the company's collective agreement, any transfer of vehicle production that could impact domestic employment must be reviewed by a joint labor management committee. Kim Pil-soo, a car engineer and professor at Daelim University, noted Hyundai's labor unions are hardliners. They would want to retain around 70,000 units of Genesis annual US sales. Hyundai Motor should aim to expand production within the US while maintaining its current Korean manufactured Genesis volume. But this could also be complicated with the second Trump administration's move to repeal EV subsidies, outlined in the Inflation Reduction Act. Since its US debut in 2016, Genesis cars have sold over 300,000 units in the region as of October. And finally, the Korean Economic Daily reports that Hyundai Motor and Kia has won the US ALG Residual Value Awards. Hyundai Motor Company and Kia Corporation said on Wednesday that Hyundai's electric compact sport utility vehicle Kona EV and Kia's midsize SUV Telluride were named winners of the 2025 US ALG Residual Value Award by J.D. Power. J.D. Power's 2025 US ALG Residual Value Awards evaluates the new and used vehicle prices, budget and the long-term value. Hyundai Motor's Kona EV was selected as the top electrified SUV. I think we need more of this. We need to keep our residual values. There have been lots of challenges. I see lots of comments. That's all for this week. Thanks for all the comments, likes and subscribes. If you're a regular viewer, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications to never miss an episode. A big thank you once again to my channel members for your invaluable support. If you fancy becoming a channel member, you can gain early access to videos and other channel perks for just a few pounds a month. As usual, links to all stories and videos can be found in the show notes in the video description. Thanks for watching.